Hello, YouTubers. Hi. Okay, getting all set up, guys. All right, so hi, I'm Amy from Mastro Stretch, and I have a new setup. We're going to have a foam roll and stretch class today. Takes about 30 minutes, and we're going to work on hip flexors. So grab a foam roller if you have a foam roller, preferably a soft foam roller. I have a very soft and nice foam roller. It bends. And if you have that, grab that. If you have massage therapy balls, grab that. Grab whatever you have. But if you could, grab a soft, squishy ball. So if you have kids that have like a kickball or something that's a little soft, that would work fine. A Pilates ball would work well too. This is called the Gorgeous ball. First, I didn't know how to pronounce that, but it is called Gorgeous. So, and it's squishy. So we're going to be working on hip flexors. So grab your mobility tools, all the things, and we're going to get ready. We're going to wait. There's like a delay these days on the lives, so I'm going to wait a few minutes to get going since there is a delay. If you are logged on and watching, let me know who you are, where you're from. YouTube, I can't tell anybody logged on. I see some numbers there, but I don't know who's logged on. Facebook, I'm not so sure either. So I am new to Facebook Lives again. I used to do them quite a bit. I apologize. I can only go live from the scheduled one on my computer. And I can only use my computer for YouTube as well. So I just popped on and I'm doing a live. Hey, thanks for joining on Instagram. And yeah, it's taken some time for everybody to get notified as far as when the live goes live. So grab your tools, grab your foam rollers, your massage therapy balls, and we're going to get going. We're going to hip flexors today. So I have a 3-part system that I like to use. I like to loosen up the tissue first before we get going. Then we're going to train it to become a little more elastic. And then we're going to stretch it, but strengthen at the same time using Kihara resistance stretching. So let's get to it. If you've logged on, say hi, tell me where you're from. All right. I like to know where people are from. I think it's really cool that people from all over the world and join in. It's never ceases to amaze me. So let's go ahead and get to it. If you have a soft squishy ball, grab that. We're going to work in the hip flexors. So hip flexors are often, some people call it psoas, but it's the tissues. I don't want to just isolate it to one muscle. Hey, from Connecticut, thanks for joining. Ashley, yay. So psoas, the front of the hip, illiacus, even into the quads, like all that stuff is connected. So hey, Allison, thanks for joining. Yeah, give me some hand claps or thumbs up. All that tissue is connected. So it's really important to keep, and since we sit a lot, that tissue tends to get tight and short. So when we stand, it doesn't want to spring back to a good position. So we're going to work on that today. And it can cause back pain, blah, 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 all that stuff. So take your soft squishy ball. If you don't have a soft squishy ball, I will show you with other things. Take the soft squishy ball. You're going to place it. Let's start right in the front of the hip here. Okay. So you're going to place that ball right there. And we're just going to come down. And at first, I just want you to breathe. So go ahead. Just come on down and breathe into that. If you do not have a soft squishy ball, I want you to use a soft roller. Okay, same thing. We're going to place it in the front of the hip here and just breathe. Okay, so you're going to feel it on the inside of that, the bone. That's the area we're targeting. Okay, if you do not have a soft roller, please put your mat over the roller to make it softer, because this is a sensitive area. Do not be aggressive with this area. So go ahead and come on down, and I want you to take 6 breaths here. So just breathe. Breathe into this area. You guys go ahead and just bring your head down, relax, and breathe. I want to keep my head up because I'm talking. So breathe into that area. This one is a good one for sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain. All these are excellent for the hip, the hip flexors and helping get those muscles and that tissue back into a better position. So just take a few more breaths here. You might start to feel it relax a little bit. And then curl your toes under and lift up onto your elbows and just start to roll up and down. And don't underestimate the power of a soft, squishy ball. That did not sound right. Appropriate. But yeah, you don't need a hard roller to get into this area. A soft roller works just as well. So we're just rolling up and down on that area. You guys can quote me on that. Allison, you want to quote me on that? All right, and then bring the foot up, and I want you to swing that leg like a windshield wiper. So you're just going to go side to side, working in that area. All right, then straighten that leg out, and let's switch to the other side. So I want you to go to the other hip and take some breaths there. So we're just going to come down and relax into the front of the hip capsule. Often pretty tight in there. A lot of tension. So just breathe into it and try to let that tension relax, release. And take about 6 breaths here. And once you take the breaths, you're going to come up onto your elbows, curl the toes under, and roll a little bit up and down. And then bring that foot up and windshield wiper that leg side to side. Okay, now let's go center. Come off slowly and now go center, front of the pelvis. So right above the pubic bone. Lower abs, probably where you feel a little bloated sometimes. So place that ball here. Again, come down and breathe. Take 6 breaths here. If you have just eaten, this might be a little uncomfortable, but quote noted. Yes, I got to write that quote down. That's a good one, right? Never underestimate the power of a squishy ball. So come on down. And yeah, like I said, if you just eaten, you might want to stay a little lifted up off, or if it's too uncomfortable, feel free to skip this. So just breathing into this area. We hold a lot of tension here, as you're probably feeling. Digestively, there's a lot of tension in this area. There's a reason why we get the saying butterflies in our stomach. When we feel stress, a lot of times we feel it in this area, in our belly, right? All right, take your breaths, come up on your elbow, and just roll up and down here. So curl the toes under, and you're just rolling up and down on that squishy ball. Clearly, can't really do this with the roller. If you do want to try it, be very, very gentle and make sure it is soft. You do not want a hard roller here. And then bring the knees up And again, swish side to side like a windshield wiper. If you feel bloated after, or if you just feel bloated, this is also very good for getting rid of belly bloat. So go ahead, let's move that ball, put that ball aside. Now, if you have massage therapy balls, I want you to grab them. And we're going to get a little deeper into the psoas muscles. So this might not be for everybody, but if you have a ball, tennis ball will work fine too. Even the foam roller, the edge of the foam roller, but you're going to find your belly button, you're going to find the hip bone, and then you're going to go diagonal, and you're going to find the center spot in that diagonal, okay? So take one ball, you could take both, I guess, and then you're going to place that ball right there. Go ahead and lie down on that ball. The bigger the ball, it's going to be a little more intense, so a smaller ball will be a little less intense. Again, come down on the ball. So now we're digging in a little bit here, but getting a little more specific into the psoas. And just take a few breaths here and let it relax a little before we start to move. Once you feel it start to relax, I want you to come up onto your elbows. And then I want you to lift the leg on the same side that the ball is. And then lower back down. And then lift again, cobra with a leg lift. And then back down. And again, cobra with a leg lift. And back down. And then slowly come up and switch sides. So find that diagonal between the hip bone and the belly button. And you're going to go right in the middle. Place that ball there. And then lower down. Take a few breaths until you start to feel that relax a little bit. So getting into the hip flexor psoas. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. So once you feel that relax a little bit, you're going to come up onto the elbows and then lift the leg. Repeat that 2 more times. Come down and then back up and down and up and then slowly release. So you might feel one side a little bit more than the other. Very common. Okay, so we were releasing the tension there. Now we're going to train this hip flexor to become a little more elastic so it can get back into position a little easier after sitting for 8 hours in a day. So come onto the floor. We're going to do a variation, a different one than I normally do. So you're going to come in this all fours position, and you're going to extend the leg, and we're going to pulse up and down. Now, I'm arching my back. That's completely fine. If that feels okay to you, go ahead and do that. But what we're doing is we're stretching. I want you to feel the stretch in the front of the thigh or the front of the hip capsule. So we're here. It's like one of those little glute exercises, but we're doing 1 second stretches, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're doing this 20 times. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Aim for that stretch. And you're getting a little bit of workout. Switch sides. And here we go. 1, 2. Point the foot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can exaggerate the back bend to get in there a little bit more. You're going to maybe feel a little ab stretch, right? But we're contracting the back. And we want these stretches to be quick and gentle. So about 20 times. They're 1 second. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. And you're going to stay at that end range. You go to where it springs you back and you repeat. So you're not going deep into a stretch, just quick elastic stretches. So let's go into a hamstring stretch. So go ahead and step forward. So we do the opposite side. If you need to hold on to something, feel free to hold on. But go ahead and straighten that leg out as much as you feel comfortable. And you can have a foot up, you can have a foot down, whatever feels better for you. And my leg hamstrings are very sore today. And you're just going to go again to a very slight stretch. And it's going to start to loosen up. And again, 20 times, stay at the end range, working on the elasticity of our tissues. We want it to be elastic. We want to be able to move quickly without pulling anything. Good. And then switch legs. Again, hold on to something, just take the balance out of it. I don't need to worry about balance. Yes. Okay. Got somebody who likes this. Clap. Give me some claps. All right. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Great. Okay, let's go back to those all four. So we're going to repeat this 2 more times. I like to do 3 sets of 20 when I'm doing the elasticity training. 2 sets will work too, but the 3rd set you really start to notice you loosen up. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You can experiment. You can bend the leg. 19 and 20. That actually might tighten you up a little bit more, and you'll feel a little differently. So you can experiment with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And again, aim for the stretch. But you're also getting the heart rate up a little bit and contracting the opposite side. So you are doing a little bit of, exercise. And 20, good. And then let's come back to the hamstrings. 1 leg forward, forward fold. I'm tight today. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Switch sides. So I'm starting to loosen up a little bit. I don't know about you. Are you guys feeling like you're loosening up a little bit this second round? Give me a thumbs up if you're loosening up a little bit. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Let's go 1 more round with the all fours, the kick back. So I'm going to bend my leg this time. I think I'm going to feel it a little bit more in the quads if I do that. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Great. Last time with the hamstrings. Always looking at the opposite muscles. They work together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. And then switch sides. Last one here. 1, 2, 3. This side's not wanting to loosen up for me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Good. Okay, guys. So done with the elasticity training. So now we're going to go into our strength training, our stretching strength training called Kihara resistance stretching. So it's a really effective way to build strength and mobility because we use eccentric strength training to do the stretches, and they're super, super effective. So let's go into our hip flexor stretch. Grab your roller. We're going to do a different one. I've been playing around with this one. Bring it under you. If you, again, soften that roller up. I used my harder roller the other day for this, and it didn't feel great on my back. But if you have a softer roller, and if you don't, go ahead and just throw your mat over top of it. So you're going to place it under your butt. So under the butt, on the hard part of, right above the butt cheeks, so the sacrum. And so we're lifted up a little bit. Now what we're going to do, you're going to take your heel and drag it. You're going to drag it out. So you're pressing that heel into the ground and dragging it out. And tucking in here, you're not overarching the back. So like you're doing a crunch and really stretching out the hip flexor. So we don't want to overarch that back. And then as you come in, I want you to place your hand to your thigh and push with your leg into your hand to strengthen that hip flexor. And then let's keep pressing the hand and the leg together until your heel gets to the floor. So you're resisting, you're creating some strength. Now heel goes to the floor. Keep that resistance. You're going to drag it, drag it, drag it. Tuck in here. Don't overarch the back. Aim for the stretch here. And then place the hand on the thigh. You're going to strength train, come out of that. Strength train hip flexors. And then you're going to do that one more time. Keep pushing. Keep pushing the thigh and the hand together. You're playing a little tug of war with yourself. Heel goes down, and then drag that heel long. Tuck in here. Create some tension. And then release. Okay. Switching sides. Let's start with the strength train. So push thigh and hand together. You're fighting yourself, resisting, right? Keep resisting. Keep resisting. Heel's going to go down to the floor. Push the heel into the floor. Tuck in here. Don't overarch the back. Aim for the stretch in the top of the hip. And then push the knee back up. Keep pushing the knee and hand together, strength training the hip flexor. Tuck in here. Don't overarch the back. Get that heel to the floor. Now lengthen that leg where you're stretching the hip flexor, and then draw it back up. One more time. Keep pushing together. And keep that resistance. Keep that resistance. And then drag the heel, tuck the ribs down, and lengthen and stretch that hip flexor out. And then release. Good. All right. Lift the hips up. Now, if that was uncomfortable on your lower back or sacrum, that's where the soft roller comes in. Make sure you cushion that roller up. Good. We got some thumbs up, so people liking that. Yeah. Now, we always look at the opposite muscles because the imbalances is usually what causes that misalignment of the pelvis. So now let's go back to, oh no, where I'm at. So let's go back to the hamstrings. Let's do a hamstring stretch. Coming into kneeling position. Just bring that leg directly in front of the other. Change the angle here. Okay, so Your foot is slightly in front of the knee, and you're going to push down. We're going to strength train first. Push down with your foot, contract the hamstrings right down the middle of the back of the thigh. Push and pull your body towards you. So you're shortening the hamstring, contracting the hamstring to strength train it. Turn it on. Do it again. Push down, contract the hamstring. So we want to activate that muscle first. Relax. One more time. Push down, contract. Now, keep contracting. You're playing that tug of war again. So you're going to start to shoot the hips back, but you're contracting the hamstrings, playing that tug of war with yourself, and then straightening legs. Again, if you need something to hold on to, feel free to have your roller nearby or block nearby to hold on to it. Now, contract to pull out of that. You want to own that range of motion, so keep the contraction the whole time. Keep contracting. Shoot the hips back. Keep pressing down with the foot. All this is contracted. I can feel it, tighten up. And then contract to pull out of it. So own your range of motion. Don't go to the point where you lose that contraction. All right, keep it one more time. And then release. And switch legs. Okay, other side. Walk the foot slightly in front of the knee. Push down with your foot. Contract. Right down the middle, the back of the thigh. Feel that turn on. Relax. Repeat that 2 more times. Push. Contract. Relax. Again, push. Contract. Relax. All right, now relax. Keep it. And now let's go into the stretch. So keep pushing down and then shoot the hips back. And then contract and come out of it. So one thing you might be sore from this stretching. We're actually strength training. And then bring it back. So keep that tug of war going. Yeah, this type of stretching is actually strength training, but it's called eccentric strength training. And you're actually building strength, and that's what I really like about this technique is that it's very efficient, right? You're getting more flexible, you're getting more mobile, and you're building strength at the same time. So if you're busy, this is a really good workout to do. All right, one more time, stretch it out. And who's not busy? Like, we're all busy, so this is super efficient. If you're having aches and pains and you feel stiff, this is your workout. You're building strength and making those aches and pains go away. So that's one reason I love this technique, is because it's very efficient and helpful for many, many, many people. All right, so we finished that hamstring stretch. If you stand up, you're probably going to feel like your hips are a little more open. So you guys stand up, walk around a little bit. Let me know how your hips are feeling. Give me a smiley face or maybe a dance, maybe a little dance emoji. If your hips are feeling like you can dance a little bit better, give me some dancers out there. If your hips are feeling a little better right now. Oh wait, I got nothing to do here. So give me some little dance emojis. But in all seriousness, I hope your hips are feeling a little bit better. If you do suffer from lower back pain or sciatica, this is a really great thing for you to do. Hi from Germany. Thanks for tuning in. It's time for dinner. Well, maybe you can do this after dinner, or you just finished it, so now it's dinner time. So enjoy your dinner from Germany. Awesome. So I really appreciate you guys logging in and tuning in. I very much appreciate it. If you have not, go sign up for my newsletter at mastrostretch.com/freebie. You will get a notification of my free classes and any other cool stuff that I will be coming out with soon. But yeah, you'll just get notifications on Wednesday to remind you to log in, and with the link to the class so you don't miss the class, because I know it's hard to keep up with all the things. So if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, please go do that at mastrostretch.com/freebie. You just get that email once a week, and I promise nothing annoying. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You can message me, and almost 7 o'clock in the evening in Germany. So we're at 12. We're at lunchtime here. So it's lunchtime for me, dinner time for Germany. Hope everybody on the East Coast, they're grabbing some lunch. So again, thanks so much, guys, for joining in, and I will see you next week. Bye.